Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen him. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
It is the 21st of August, a day closer to the election, and we are still waiting for the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party to release their manifesto. The people need to compare and contrast between both parties. What is happening in the Jamaica Labour Party as to why we cannot receive a manifesto from the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party so we can compare and contrast. Trying to silence vloggers at this point, which has not worked for the Jamaica Labour Party at any point, will just not work right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Belligerent Labor Rights. Good morning. I see you all going across social media, ranting and raving, attacking everybody. What we want you to do at this point, Labor Rights, come and have a conversation about your Prime Minister's success, your government's achievement, and the government manifesto that they are expecting us, the people, to give them a third term on. Having a meltdown over social media, attacking and manipulating will just not work at this point. The torch has been lit. I don't know if I met the Prime Minister a walk road rolling calf hours a night time. What would be better is for the Prime Minister to present us the manifesto. The national debates should start anytime soon in the next few days, Prime Minister Holness. There's no reason for you to put your people to debate in front of us without a manifesto, because there's no achievement for you to debate on, you see. But then again, if you don't have achievement for debate pan, you can come debate pan manifesto after 9. Good morning, everyone. How do you do? Welcome. It is also a day to the month. Today make the 1 month since I've had my operation, and whoopsie daisy, I am doing amazingly well. So we're not going to spend any time on me. We're going to focus on the government. A hearty one big good morning to everybody from me, both on YouTube and TikTok. I haven't got a planned program this morning. We're just going through advising the labor rights, because they really need advice. The labor rights, they need advice. So this morning, we're advising the labor rights. And my first advice to the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, get used to this. Please do. Get used to Mark Golding become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. The more you soften up yourself to the idea, the more you soften up yourself to the idea, when that morning comes, when 10 p.m. on the 3rd of September comes, and you see the direction of the vote, the counts, and Mark Golding declaration of Jamaica's next Prime Minister, get used to that, please. What that would do, that will limit the effect of what you will be feeling on the 4th of September. Remember, so we don't have hospital, so we don't want to go get bed if we don't go to hospital. Ward 21 and Bellevue must full by now. So make it easier for yourself, labor rights. Because if we not go on so, and it not hit no in reality already, it's going to be tenfold worse when you all see the reality of it. No amount of tearing down Mark Golden and the People's National Party will not work at the moment. What you ought to be doing is scrutinizing Mark Golden policies. That's what you ought to be doing, labor rights, and compare them with what you have done in the last 9 years to see if what Mark Golden is proposing, if your prime minister have delivered on anything of the sort that you could use to campaign, that you could use at the moment to sell your prime minister. I mean, coming up our mother's skirt or coming up our prostate and all of that, it's not going to help the prime minister at this point. And this is the time that you all waste from government right down in the Jamaica Labour Party on a focus on just wallowing in the gutter all the time. And nothing has been done. This is why every time somebody, whenever time I post, especially on Facebook, there's a statement and there's a question in it. But on ignore the question and just focus on the statement because that get on they go into the gutter. That get on if they go into the gutter. The gutter politics is one of the things that is turning a lot of people off the Jamaica Labour Party. Even from the Prime Minister right down. The Prime Minister cannot make a proper speech out there to the Jamaican people. He can do it, you know. But when he's speaking to the Jamaica people, him have to go upon this bully boy tantrum, as you know, and promote the bad man government thing. This bully boy tantrum, this bad boy, this ghetto, this behind zinc fence mentality. And this is why the Jamaica Labour Party supporters all over social media behave in the juggernaut, disgraceful, belligerent way they behave. Because whenever your prime minister stands before a mic, you can see the anger all over him. His speech, his tone, his body language. What the people want to hear, one of two things. What has Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party done in 9 years? That would benefit, that would help you more if you're trying to get through to the voters, if you're trying to get through to independent voters. You ought to be able to be telling us what Andrew Holness has done. Our job, if we are in opposition to Andrew, is to tell you what Andrew Holness has not done, what he has failed on, which we are doing very good at. Which we are doing very good at. By reminding you all what the Prime Minister has failed on, what he has not done, what he has stolen, the corruption that increased under him, the National Health Service which become derelict under him, education which we have a brain drain and low-grade attainment under him. The attack on our democracy, the attack on our freedom of speech, the attack on our fundamental rights. We are doing very good labor rights at pointing out these things. Your problem is you don't have a counter argument to that. We're pointing out the murder, the wanton murdering of young men. We are not just we vloggers uncomfortable with it. Indicom is, other civil society group like JFJ is. Because you all don't have a counter argument on either turn to violence or intimidation or just useless propaganda. After 9 years, you should be able to come to us and present something Have an argument about something that your leader has done that benefits poor people. Why you all cannot have that conversation? That is the conversation the public is expecting of you at this point. Labor rights, veteran, wagwan, bro. This is what the public is expecting you at this point. Come and tell us that Andrew has not stole the public money. Come and tell us that Andrew Holness is not the most corrupt. Explain to us and give us reason as to why Andrew Holness is not the most corrupt. Explain to us why our roads, why the Prime Minister end up in a position where he has to declare our roadways as a national emergency. Come and conversate about why the country economy is in a recession and the Prime Minister doesn't want to admit it. If the country is in such a good economic state, tell us why the Prime Minister cannot curb the inflation rate. If the economy is doing so well, tell us why the Prime Minister cannot pay public sector workers. These are the things that you're meant to be discussing at the moment if you're canvassing for votes. Don't go to the communities a rolling calf hours a night like the Prime Minister. This government will continue to break the rule. The Prime Minister last year in the local government election break the noise abatement rules. And now in the general election campaign, the Prime Minister still do the rolling calf, hours move round Power Street at night. Why is Andrew Holness above the law, labor rights? We saw him carried out the same behavior against the People's National Party when they planned their final parish meeting in Kingston and St. Andrew. And after getting their permit, the Prime Minister just rolled up and said, I am above the law. I don't need a permit. These are the discussions you're unable to contend with. Only running around and try to silence people is just not going to work. If we can silence Cliff Hughes, Uno can silence we. Because we have more reason to speak because we're speaking on behalf of our country. Cliff Hughes and the other do not speak on behalf of corrupt leaders. Now this thing we have float around, even though the labor right them done, when I saw it, I know it definitely didn't come from JLP headquarters. But I hope somebody from JLP headquarters, whether it be APCA, Carencia, Marlon Morgan, can come out and come denounce this attack on freedom of the press and freedom of information. Because this is a JLP supporters attack using your JLP logo. So it's either you all support it or you don't, because we see this as trying to silence the people, silence those who bring information to the people. If we can silence Cliff Hughes, who are we? We know who are YouTube, you know. We don't owe YouTube any money. Cliff Hughes hold the Jamaican people. Cliff Hughes owed the Jamaican people. And if we can't silence him, then them no can't silence we. So the JLP, if you're not in support of this information that come out under your banner, then you must come out and denounce it, that we have the right to our political opinion. We have the right to freedom of association. We have the right to freedom of the press. We have the right to freedom of expression. Let us exercise them no labor rights. When you know come up under we mother, we tolerate no freedom of expression and no freedom of speech. When you know be nasty and go down in the ghetto, why then should we not be able to call out the most corrupt prime minister that we have identified in Jamaica's history? It's the first we've seen a prime minister club a claw with the integrity body. It's the first we've seen a Jamaican prime minister try to strike down legislation that this prime minister helped to pass. It's the first prime minister we have that is under investigation for financial crimes or financial irregularity. And that could be from drugs dealing, fraud, money laundering, a whole rafter of things. Why everybody who speak up for Jamaica and speak about good leadership, why we suddenly become PNP? Why is it we cannot speak? Why do you all want Jamaica to become a one-party state? Why do you all want Jamaica to become a one-party state? Because this is what the Prime Minister said to us. We don't need an opposition because the Jamaica Labour Party holds us to account. Is exactly why the Prime Minister has failed. Is exactly why the Prime Minister cannot present a manifesto. Is exactly why the Prime Minister presents a record of achievement pamphlet that nobody in the country is talking about, barring the part where Jamaica is spelled with 2 I. We're allowed to talk about those things. What you all should do, labor rights. What you all should do is to promote your prime minister, if you have anything to promote about him. But then again, when the manifesto go release labor rights, when it takes so long to grasp things, what, the night before election? The national debates will be starting on the 23rd, I believe. Did I screenshot that from the Gleaner? The national debates should be starting around the 23rd, if I'm not confusing myself. Is anyone aware of the dates of the national debate? I'm sure the national debate is 23, 26, and 28, is it not? Today is the 21st. The national debate, yes, that's correct. Thank you. Thank you. What, even though you claim you're going to debate on your record of achievement, but we still need a compare and contrast as to what we are voting for in the next election. We cannot vote, Prime Minister, for what we think you have failed on, for what you have not delivered on, Prime Minister. We cannot vote for that. If you're asking us for another 5 years, you have to present us something else, because a lot of us are of the view that you have failed on what you promised in 2016. You have failed on what you promised in 2020. So your next move is to come with us with a copyfesto or a promifesto, whichever one. Whether you want to come promise we again the whole lion story, or it is that you want to copy from Mark Golden manifesto, take it, twine it, and come out with bad spelling, then do that. Whether it be a copyfesto or a promifesto, Prime Minister, we ought to be able to have it before Saturday. We cannot go into the national debates, Prime Minister. We cannot go into the national debates not knowing what the Jamaica Labour Party is presenting. Because I would advise, Prime Minister, it would be a foolish idea to come to us on your record of achievement. Be a foolish idea. It'd be a foolish idea also, Prime Minister, to go into the national debates without a manifesto, copyfesto, or manifesto, whichever of the three. You should be able to present us one. We at least deserve that, because we are of the view that you have failed on the previous promises. Maybe you're of the view as well as to why you're tinkering and turning away and try to avoid everything. Come on, labor rights, do better than that. Labor rights, do better than that. Be better than that. Show us, labor rights. Show us that you are better than the failure we thought you are, or the failure that you have presented yourself to the country in. Show us that you are better than that. You were unable rather, to fulfill 2 manifesto promises. We're asking you now, come back with a new set of promise. At least do that. We deserve at least to be fooled a third time, Andrew Holness. You can't just compare me a bro God, me a bad man government, me a 1 p.m. and that's all that we vote for. Prime Minister, may I go look for my chicken foot and come back.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw 1 stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw 1 stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen him. Make a man throw 1 stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw 1 stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show.
Thank you very much and welcome back. Let me tell you, Prime Minister, how much of a failure that you are. You were unable to achieve the minimum task. The minimum task, Prime Minister, what we expect on to do is to at least maintain the road, at least improve our water irrigation and distribution. No other government, Prime Minister, no other government has failed in those 2 simple areas, Prime Minister. Something where you promise us repeatedly, something where every government, Labour and PNP use against us in election cycle. We road and we water. But no other government, Prime Minister, like you, that have failed in those 2 areas. The most simplest task, Andrew Holness. The most simplest task that we expect from our politicians? You have failed massively in those two areas. Why you can't talk about your achievement? Because you have a bit of achievement, but your achievement, Prime Minister, is centered, one, at rich people. Your achievement, poor people no benefit out of it. And two, the filling of your and your families and friends and cronies and MPs and councillors' pocket out of the public purse. Those are your achievements. This is why Uno can talk about it. Because Uno can come to the public, come tell we how much Uno benefited, how much Uno enriched Uno self in the last 9 years. That's what your achievement is. Sad that you can't come to the public, come tell we how you become a multi-billionaire. It's sad that you can't be able to explain to the nation how you have become a billionaire in 20 years when you have never worked a day in your life. But your prime minister's salary, you have managed to become a billionaire on it. Those are the things you can't come to the Jamaica people with. You, Andrew Holness, who is suing the Jamaica people. Unemployment. Unemployment and crime is based on fraudulent mathematics. The Prime Minister unemployment rate and low crime rate is based on fraudulent mathematics. So me not spend much time to the Prime Minister propaganda, because no amount of coming out every day and releasing statistic like sugar price and gas price and the PJ will go up every Monday morning and for Andrew statistic go down every Monday morning. It's not gonna work. Not at this point. Althea, me not hear anything new about him, Fanny Kinney Cat. Fanny Kinney Cat, Monday when they have to take him off a stage and whether we rush home with him or rush to the hospital with him. Don't know if I the hope a bike, a bulldozer and thing when Miranda come with rupture and stomach. But I'm asking the question this man, because them lot over Facebook start killing them cat over it already. What has Floyd Green done for Southwest St. Elizabeth in his 9 years of representation? Southwest St. Elizabeth people, answer that question. What has Floyd Green in his 9 years of representing you, what has he done? Barring by alcohol and fur burger, we know he has planted and jerried us when we were at the most vulnerable stage, when his government put us on a no movement there. We can't even compound with veranda in peace. So police now point gun out away are charged with. He was having a lavish champagne party in expensive hotel at you, the taxpayers' expense. This same Floyd Green, who has the MP for his constituency, is the major part of Jamaica's breadbasket when it comes to agriculture and fisheries. With the help of Dr. Tufton previously, Floyd Green have destroyed agriculture in his constituency. Floyd Green have issued import license to James Robertson and his friends that crippled the local farmers of Southwest St. Elizabeth. The roads of Southwest St. Elizabeth, those of you who live there, those of you who journeyed there, know it's one of the most deplorable sets of roads across Western Jamaica. Water. We host Southwest St. Elizabeth, hosts more than one river. But Southwest St. Elizabeth have the longest river in Jamaica. Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green constituency, is one of the most water deprived community of St. Elizabeth. Tell us what Floyd Green has done. Other than buying Fur Burger and junking the young youths and alcohol and buy Fur Burger, rather be eating or playing from the young girls of Southwest St. Elizabeth. Come and tell us what Floyd Green have done. Your roads, your water, your lighting haven't been approved. There's cans and bottles and plastic buckles and all around you all. No rubbish collecting. No improvement in Black River, the capital. What he has done, though, he has improved and the south side, where it's beneficial to those in the tourism business. What he has done, him and Andrew Holness has stolen off the whole of Fort Charles beachland. What has Floyd Green done? Come and tell us. Come and see how people from the community are run up on my page. What has Floyd Green done? We don't even have water for bathe, the party people. We don't have water for bathe nor drink. But we still pay water rate though. You all don't have water to bathe nor drink. But you're all still promoting your famous leaders. We're not sound enough to promote them. But the picture bigger than on the leaders. On the children deserve more than on the leaders. You can't continue to play the belly politics, labor rights, because none of you all are not able to come out and promote your party. From what if you play that video from Hanover, where Andrew thief off the people them land, and the lady asks back them land.
From Lucianova, Mount Peace. And I have a problem with the parish council and the Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness. From we, the poor people, giving
Video is very low, sorry.
And these,
but this is another land theft problem by this government, because that's what Andrew Holness and Floyd Green done. That's what Andrew Holness and Darrell Vaz done. I know of those lot. It probably happened in many other constituency. These people, since they came into power, what they do, they look around and them steal all parish council land. Them not use them for government reasons, Them take them for them own personal reasons. That is what is happening to parish council land under this government. They might take them for themselves.
yes, my name is Miss Hannah Levy from Lucianova, Mount Peace. And I have a problem with the parish council and the Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness. He is stealing away the land from we, the poor people, giving it to foreign investors. And these lands are lands that we have inherited from our ancestors who came here and slaved for this land. So I'm calling upon the Jamaican people worldwide in Jamaica. Don't let them steal the land from you because it has been going on for many years and we do not have anyone to go to. And these severe, there's a thief in severe in the parish of Hanover, Lucy, that is severing off the lands for these people. The parish council is to hold for it. They are doing a lot of wrongs in there with the lands. And I'm calling upon the government of England. Do not let the Prime Minister steal our land. We have been paying taxes for these lands. And when we talk about our land, we don't get any right from the government. Nor the lawyers are too expensive, and the surveyor. So I'm calling upon all Jamaican people, stand up for your land, defend your land, and join with me to stop these thieves in severe. And this country-wellness government, him is a thief, stealing the lands from the poorer people who are paying their taxes. We are the people who pay taxes for the land. We don't squat on the land. These lands are inherited by our ancestors who came here in Jamaica and slaved for these lands. We have title and diagrams of these lands. So I want to say to the Country Wellness government, you are a thieving government, thieving our lands.
Braintree wants my attention. Hold on. What the person say? What Braintree say? Pin Braintree comment if it's a comment. Brainbox. The PM, the MP, the MP is PMP and parish council is PMP. So how come? I don't understand what you're talking about. What do you mean by the MP is PNP and the parish council is PNP? For which parish council you're talking about and which MP? Can you be more specific? Or I may have misunderstood you. Good. If you chat till election day, Flight Green can't lose. Sure seat. Okay. That means you don't understand the political history of Southwest St. Elizabeth. I see you do not understand the political history of Southwest St. Elizabeth. You did not see what happened on Monday. So I will leave you to the morning after the election, because what happened is the country already sees the direction where the election is going. Southwest St. Elizabeth has never sat on the opposition benches. The country is fully aware that the People's National Party will form the next government. Southwest St. Elizabeth is always the deciding seat. Wherever Southwest St. Elizabeth goes, the nation will. I will leave you to that for the 4th of September. But my advice to you all would be get used to Mark Golding becoming your prime minister. Because to say, the more you distance yourself from the idea, is the harder the hit would be on the morning of the 4th of September. Floyd Green has not done anything to win Southwest St. Elizabeth. The stronghold, Barbary Hall, is not in Floyd Green's favor anymore. They used to control, Jamaica Labour Party used to control a big voting block called Barbary Hall. Barbary Hall and Mountainside is not in the Jamaica Labour Party pocket anymore. Trust me. So you are all going to come in for a shock on that morning or 10 o'clock on the night of the election, when you realize that your favorite minister who all Floyd Green does is go round to a dance and hold a mic, see a young girl and promise them a laptop for like a front or pay them a money for like a front. Floyd Green hasn't done anything. And this is what I'm asking you, labor rights. Can you tell us what your party has done? Brainbox, can you tell us what Floyd Green has done? What is Floyd Green's achievement in Southwest St. Elizabeth to re-elect him a third term? What are the promises that Floyd Green has delivered on? Because if you're from Southwest St. Elizabeth, you would be aware that Mr. Green has not delivered on roads. You would be aware that Mr. Green has not delivered on water. You would be aware that there's no job creation in Southwest St. Elizabeth that has anything to do with the government. Any little job, it would be on the south side, and it would be in the tour, mainly in the tourist galang in our little supermarket job in a junction and them way there. Are you saying the girls in Southwest St. Elizabeth sell themselves for laptop? No, don't do that. That is not what I said. Your minister, Floyd Green, I've said this regularly on this program, when the COVID scenario and Mr. Green had laptops to give out, what Mr. Green does, and I dare Mr. Green many times to challenge me on that. Mr. Green can even send me a WhatsApp message to say, Fabs, stop calling me name. Because Green and I used to communicate quite sometimes. And I've challenged Mr. Green many times to come and push back on that he was not using, or he has not used those laptops to solicit sex. That is what I said, Brainbox. Mr. Green is using laptop to solicit sex. Don't come blame the young girl of Southwest St. Elizabeth. Blame your minister with political power and influence and money that is using that Brainbox to solicit sex from the young girls in his constituencies. That's what he uses the laptops to do. Government funding, government grant, or government resources. That's what I said, Brainbox. So don't come to zero and say the young girls of St. Elizabeth sell themselves. Mr. Green is using his political power, government money, and resources to solicit sex from the young girls in her community. No, we're talking about a person with power and influence over young girls, Brainbox. This is what a Jamaica man do. When you use on a power and influence over young girl, on a jewels, on a car, on a this, on a that, on a money. Tantamount to abuse someone would, some people would argue. Mr. Green is the political representative who has money, influence, and power that he uses to solicit sex from the young girls in his constituency. What if that was happening to your daughter? Wouldn't you see the politician as abusing their power? Can you not look at it in that way, as the politician abusing their power, influence, and using taxpayers' resources and money to aid them in doing that? What has Floyd Green done is my question of his 9 years of political representation. Because you all cannot tell us what he has done in his constituency. You all cannot tell us what he has done as Minister of Agriculture for 9 years, or say 8 years, albeit the little blip period where he resigned after him stick two fingers up at us while we were on a no movement day. No, look at you. It all comes down to the moral. Lord Jesus, if I figure out my blood clot mouth this morning, Flight Green. Flight Green, a fuck one I'm delegate, which stands up with Flight Green, blood clot wife. Where's the moral in that? Don't make me let go my blood clot mouth pan ya this. Sorry, come here, get message say me cuss too much bad word. Don't make a leg on my mouth pan ya this morning. Me I keep back pan hold it for Flight Green. Believe you me. Because I don't want to get in a war with certain people. Me I hold back pan hold it for Flight Green. So if you're talking about minister and morals, or if you're talking about people and morals, don't go there. Flight Green abed one of him delegate where is very, 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 very close to Flight Green wife. Don't make me leg on my mouth. Because that will make it bust like BG around ya. I will make it bust like BG. Don't come tell me about morals. Or don't come quote morals when you come to the young girl them, but you can't quote moral when you come to a minister where him walk with him dick in him hand in Southwest Central. But what on earth are you talking about? Do you know who the fuck Flight Green is? Talking about the moral of the young girls. This is what Uno. I'm assuming that you're a man, brainbox. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming that you're a man. This is what a man do with young girls all the time. That is what we do all the time. Them alone for have morals. But one of the seniors in a position of power and authority and the influence, you can't quote the moral around on behavior. Why you can't quote the morals around the Flight Green, who has power, influence, and money? Your taxpayers' money, your public resources that he's using to solicit sex, that he might use for buy liquor for young boy for drunk them. That's all him do. Him not create no job for them. Ask Flight Green when he went to Greenfield last year, February, in the local government election, when he got a figure up in bill in a bar. ABR, welcome sis. When he got a figure open bill in a bar, if the young youth them not tell him say them no want no more alcohol or jobs them want. And then he send back the bartender go the figure ask them what they want. The youth say we no want no alcohol or jobs. We want. So I don't know where you come from the platform and quote what about that depends on the morals of the young girls. So are you saying your JLP minister brainbox nothing have no morals? This is why Jamaica can't better under the Jamaica Labour Party. Because nobody no stand up for nothing. Nobody. Oh, this thing, I need to authenticate this. Nobody no stand up for nothing. Nobody no call out nothing. Everything you have to under Andrew Holness foot bottom or your head up Andrew Holness's ass. No, that have Uno Jamaica Labour Party supporters. If Uno want to do that, we're going to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and call out on the misdeeds, on the criminality, on the corruption, on the crime against the Jamaica people, on the lack of, on the failures and on the promises. We're going to call them out. So don't come here, come quote the moral code and only put the moral compass on the young girls that were Flight Green and abused in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. Don't come here, come do it. I know me want no Flight Green as Furburger buyer in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. Don't make me make Lagwood and Newtown girls them run out upon your Flight Green. Don't make Newtown and Lagwood girls them run out upon you. You're a disgrace in the constituency. And everybody know that. Barring for the last 2 weeks, Floyd Green just a walk from shop to shop and up in bill. But to the people, the labor rights them in my community, the whole of them belly longer than joining 2 hands together. Them belly longer than joining 2 hands together. So Floyd Green hold them and lead them by them belly with the alcohol. Ask Floyd Green how much youth in Floyd Green constituency died of alcohol poisoning. And that when the minister promote down there. Anyway, they dance there. When the minister turn up and he hold a mic and he up in a bar, he up in a bill bar. That is Floyd Green politics. That's why we still not achieve the water, the road. That's why agriculture is fucked up. Lagwood, that's where my husband is from. You're not lying. See that? So don't go on like say Floyd Green do anything to talk about. Don't go on like say Floyd Green do anything to talk about. Don't come here come quote moral code for young girls while your minister I walk around St. Elizabeth and abuse young girls and young boys. He might abuse the young boys them with alcohol and he might abuse the young girls them sexually. Because what the minister is doing by using government resources and money to solicit sex, it is an abuse of power. Don't block him, make the labor right them Tanya and wind them out because them can't talk to us about issues, labor rights. Oh no, can't talk to us about the issues that face our country. Oh no, can't talk to us about the promises your prime minister failed on. You cannot speak to us about the corruption, the plethora of corruption under your leader. The stealing of public resources under Andrew Holness. These are the things you all cannot speak about. And them things that we are encouraging the labor rights. Come here and promote on the prime minister. Come here and tell us what the prime minister achievements are. Labor rights. Don't compound with page with the nonsense like when I go get away with it. Come in on my Facebook page day in the out a meltdown. Floyd Green, like the entire Andrew Holness government, is a failure. Just like how Ann Vaz and Darrell Vaz thief off the whole of the parish council land, them a thief as much as them could thief in East Portland. It's the same thing Floyd Green is doing in St. Elizabeth. We have a major piece of beach. That beach is the beach next from coming from that shoreline of Black River all the way to Treasure Beach. Green Fort Charles Beach is the next beach along from Parati Beach after you're going around the point or whatever you peninsula or point or whatever you want to call it. We are the next beach. From Parati Beach to Fort Charles Beach, we used to conduct boat race on an annual basis in the 80s up into the early 90s. Floyd Green and Andrew Holness apparently thief off the whole of that land. Them wire it up and clean it up to give to them foreign investors to come build hotel. We in a southwest St. Elizabeth, where one stretch of beach, where we still have beach access because it's a residential beach from Black River all the way to Pedro Plain, all the way up. Most of it is residential, so they can't get to take you away from we. So Floyd Green has not done anything for us. That's why the little that Floyd Green done in Southwest St. Elizabeth, it's done in Southfield, Junction, and that's not even much of Floyd Green. What they have done is use parish council land to give to their business people to extend, because the new city where you hear Andrew Holness, I talk about creating incentives, but Upper Junction them attack because they've already turned Junction into a capital, because everything capital wise moved from Black River into Junction. Barring with hospital where they can't dig up and move. Him haven't done shit for party LLH. Shit all. And party people know that. Them party people make Fly Green come. Them party people make Fly Green come and I lead them with alcohol and I poison them with alcohol. The most Fly Green done for the community is turn up when we have a dead. Yes, him will turn up and he will get a lying speech. Not tell no lie about him, but pan that. As opposed to Derek Sangster, who did it for 1974. Not even Derek Sangster would even turn up when we have a relative dead. But you see Fly Green, you have to hang the dog and give him character. Mr. Green, that would be the human part of him. Mr. Green will turn up when you have a bereavement. Albeit him I got tell a lot of lie at the funeral, but trust me, Mr. Green will turn up when you have a bereavement. No local councillor. No local councillor who in a Southwest St. Elizabeth politics for 50 odd years. Derek Sangster spent 2 years as central government. And him the local government from I think 2016 till now has not done jack all. They not do nothing for Black River Police Station. Black River Police Station, the new Black River Police Station, I find a PMP days. Them not do nothing to it. The fire station, them do like a refurbishing to it, and about 3 to 5 times, them go cut ribbon up until last year, February, in a local government election. The Prime Minister got Black River go cut ribbon. Palm fire station were renovated 5 years ago. When they cut ribbon, how much time and reopen, how much time. So don't come try fool with the repeated ribbon cutting and groundbreaking and opening of nothing at all. Andrew Holness is the biggest failure we have ever seen in governance in our country or in the Western Hemisphere as a democratic leader leading a democratic country. He has failed labor rights. And we're going to have to swallow it. We're going to have to get used to it. That your Prime Minister has failed on 2 manifesto. Your Prime Minister is moving into a general election. This is one of the other historic part of it, where we have never in our democratic cycle have an election down to the wire on the date that we have the last general election. We have never had an election 5 years to the day before. Because Andrew Holness was scoring for something to bring him a little grace. See that? Neither manifesto, copyfesto, or promifesto. And we're moving into the national debates in 2 days. 2 days, Jamaica. 2 days. And this government cannot make way on its achievement. Prime Minister, from we see Jamaica spell with the 2 I, you know. We don't move on this, so you know, we don't see what else in your manifesto, because we still a spell and a count the letter them. We're coming like Duppy and the 3 matches stick. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, can you obey the law, please? Can you obey the Noise Abatement Act? Campaign in a daytime, Prime Minister, and we broke off at the Noise Abatement Act. Me know say you can't go have functions at night, you know, Prime Minister, but you can't walk road like rolling calf. Then time of night, the 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. The Noise Abatement Act, Prime Minister, does not support that. Flight Green said they didn't do something to Black River Hospital. I don't know what it is. Because all I know, the only improvement in Black River Hospital is that they kill more people. That's all I go on a Black River Hospital. Is that you go there with buck toe and you come out, you end up at Rona Brown funeral parlor in a one body bag without nobody from Black River Hospital call you and tell you, say, go Rona Brown, go up in one body bag, see if you see your loved one in there. That's the only improvement. A Black River Hospital. Buck your toe and go there. I challenge you to buck your toe and go to Black River Hospital and see what happened to you. What has Flight Green done? And that's Southwest St. Elizabeth people for debate. Stop the food and alcohol. Flight Green make sure say Flight Green get KFC open in Southwest St. Elizabeth before election on that lower side because South thingy that our junction already. Nomination day, they have to rush him off a stage, Shane. Some people say they head home with him, some people say they head to the hospital with him, but they had to rush him off a stage nomination day. It's a real story. It's not a makeup story. It's a real story. I had it verified from people on the ground, both Labour and PMP. So it's a real story. But don't know how Mr. Green is keeping up now. Don't really care either. What Mr. Green must come and tell the people of Southwest St. Elizabeth, your heart, Mr. Green, bled in 2015, 2016 over the water crisis you claimed in Southwest St. Elizabeth. I'm not disputing that. What you have not done, though, Mr. Green, is delivered on the promises that you were going to make sure we have water. Rather, Max Romeo, you're there? Rather, what happened? Max Romeo, you come with your bullshit already. You love the green screen behind me. When have I never had a green screen behind me on TikTok? Max Romeo. You always promote the bullshit anyway. But rather than giving the water, Mr. Greenheart was bleeding over in Max Romeo wicked. His heart was bleeding over in 2015. The water crisis asks anybody in a Southwest St. Elizabeth, if the water crisis no get worse under Flight Green, there's an elevation of black tanks and pumps.
I truly believe our political system needs some fixing. Too much you hear about corrupt politicians and nothing happen. Too much you hear about politicians who take away poor people money and none of them reach in jail. And to the young people at home or wherever you are, and to all Jamaicans, I have one question for you. Take a look at your communities. Take a look at the sliding dollar. Take a look at the failing healthcare and ask yourselves, where is the progress? Where is the progress that this arrogant and disrespectful government keeps talking about? With this existing callous government, matters have gone from bad to worse.
For me, in this clip from 2015, Matthew Samuda says it best. With this existing callous government, Andrew Holness, matters has gone from bad to worse. Because when Dr. Tufton came, we had a pump in parity that serves us well, albeit it would need repair or replacement that is attached to our spring along one of the river in parity. Dr. Tufton move it, kehep, kehem. Flight Green when him come, because that's where our crisis, water crisis, started in our community. When Dr. Tufton removed that pump in 2010, 2011, When Slide Green come, he identified the crisis and he planned to do something about the crisis. What I would challenge Mr. Green to do is to tell us, because I just what you know, honestly, Mr. Green got break grown. And just what Mr. Green got break grown. Same as the water this and water that in a southwest St. Elizabeth. So what Mr. Green would be expecting is for us to give him another 5 years to deliver on what he has failed on in 9 years. Work out the mathematics, no labor right? This government is a bunch of
Justice! 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 I am calling on the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. the Honorable Andrew Holness. Please find the murderer of the late Member of Parliament, Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Justice for Doc. Justice. Power. Say power. Power. Selector, drop a tune. Say power.
I see them lying there worried.
Say power.
Standing up again.
Say power.
But yeah, I want my
Say justice. Say justice. Justice. Justice.
Gun is on your shoulder.
Justice.
Today you cannot kill
Justice. Justice.
I must see Allah.
Justice. 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 Justice.
Kill me today, you cannot kill me tomorrow.
Justice.
You're inside, must see Allah.
He's out. He's out. The Prime Minister said him can't find any bad man. I am calling on the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. the Honorable Andrew Holness. Please find the murderer of the late Member of Parliament, Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Justice for Doc. Justice. 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 Are you say so? Now himself can't find anybody. So we are asking, he's the only sitting Member of Parliament that has been murdered in Jamaica. We need to find the murderer. So that's why we have in East Portland a human rights champion. They said they can't spy by everybody. And the MP from West Portland said nothing and no secret. But after so many years, from 2019, Dr. Bloomfield was murdered.
Isn't it funny how as soon as Dr. Bloomfield died, or was murdered by Darrell Vaz, the same Darrell Vaz who murdered Fraughty, the same Darrell Vaz who raped and murdered Diane Simmons. Notice as soon as Dr. Bloomfield was murdered, and Vaz was entrenched in that seat. And you notice from and Vaz was entrenched in that seat, destruction has been brought to East Portland. On lose on a beach, on lose on a land, on lose on entertainment at Boston. And a whole plethora of councillors, 7 JLP councillors, have their hand wedged in the cookie jar to the tune now with them and Vaz and Darrell Vaz at loggerheads over public resources from the Constituency Development Fund that Anvaz and Darrell Vaz claim to have disbursed to them to do project in the divisions. Kehem and Darrell just a find out say no do. Shani Green have black company, insurance company, truck, bulldozer. She have built mansion at Stony Hill. Mayor Mats have Mercedes Benz, Range Rover. And they're all just bleeding your public resources, Jamaica. They're all bleeding public resources. And you, the people, every morning you wake up, you're more deprived. Every morning you wake up, you're more deprived. That's why I'm hoping the people of East and West Portland will vote for their children's future, will vote for beach access, will vote to regain their livelihood from the rivers and seas that have been closed off to them under this government. Anvar's brother, who came to East Portland as her campaign manager in 2019, he have security company now. And for him, security company they use to close off and monitor the Blue Lagoon Gate. The road, the Parish Council Road where Darrell was closed out, Darrell and closed off will lead to Blue Lagoon. Anvar's brother, security company, when create out of getting rich out of government money. He also have truck. He also have bulldozer. So whenever any little work for do within East or West Portland, it's the same people them. All the contract goes back to Shani Green, Anvar's brother and mayor, councils and mayors and all that. So when them not thief out of the public purse, they're getting money through the fraudulent procurement methods that operate under this government. Nobody said it as good as Matthew Samoda. Under this existing callous government, matters has gone from bad to worse. Jamaica people, wake up. Wake up and stop the useless sleeping. These people has enriched themselves out of our public resources. So the two of them rich themselves now, them can't even walk and waste public money. While we're sitting up and cheer a hospital for days. We pay water rate and we pipe them just a cough like smoking man. So, because when you turn on the pipe, them have Southwest St. Elizabeth, them cough like man we smoke ganja. Ask anybody if gonna be a coughing pipe or dripping pipe in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. And we pay water rate down there. We street light them still 1 mile apart from when PJ Patterson did do them. The lighting with them promise with. The cleaning of with gully and drain. Parish Council has not done anything. Why not can't promote the success of the Jamaica Labour Party? Because there's none. Up until today, we can't pass the 2I where Jamaica spell with. So if there's something in the Prime Minister's pamphlet of achievement that the Prime Minister is expecting us to vote on when go to the poll, we not pass the Jamaica yet, sir. We still go through the Jamaica and the 2I. So if there's anything beyond the Jamaica and the 2I, that will, I don't know if we will get there, sir. Because we are count the letter them and we are trying to imagine how the other I are getting in there and for what purpose the other I put in there. Andrew Holness and his 648 thieves have failed to deliver. That is one of the biggest problems for the government right now. That's why the Prime Minister go to Juliet Holness constituency, where Juliet Holness could have barely scraped. Juliet Holness could literally barely scrape people to go to nomination with her. The Prime Minister got Juliet constituency. I promise the people them said Juliet wants to make a difference. Juliet Holness, though Prime Minister, has been there for 9 years. What difference? What difference? Max Romeo, if you want a black over here, call the Obiaman boy the on my page, name on my page one more time. If you want a black over here, don't bring certain bullshit to my page. Don't. All right. What has the Prime Minister achieved? What has Juliet Holness achieved in 9 years? Yes, Juliet wants to make a difference, but at this point, Prime Minister, we're expecting you to come and say, look at how Juliet has improved your constituencies. Look at the things that Juliet has put in place to change your life. You can't come tell the people that know at this point, say, Juliet want to make a changes. Juliet is not just coming Prime Minister. Juliet has been there for 9 years, Prime Minister. Juliet, though, has amassed herself wealth, courtesy of you, Prime Minister. Juliet has had many multi-million-dollar apartments around the country. We all are here now, say, all in a Cayman. Juliet go buy properties in Cayman as well. That would be a tax haven or a hiding asset haven. Labor rights, gonna pack up and go on. If you don't want to wait for the disgrace, fine. We will help you walla when the time comes. So now walla we will turn up over and beat all kerosene pan. But you can't expect the people of Jamaica to provide a stage to only enrich ourselves. Most politicians, Babsy Grange, James Robertson, Darrell Vaz, Delroy Chuck, those are the ones that I know of. All of them people there, Andrew Holness, Juliet Holness, all of those people have property development. Not one of it, many of it. Many of it. The money that Nationwide helped them to launder out of the taxpayer money, it all goes into their property development. The money where them thief out of the public resources, the money where we buy the equipment in our hospital, the $1.4 billion for the whole bus them. All of them money they go back into property development, because that's how them clean the dirty money. That's why the Prime Minister under investigation for dirty money, entanglement, labor rights. We've never had another Prime Minister under investigation for dirty money, entanglement. And when we choose a Prime Minister, we're under a cloud of dirty money activities. A Prime Minister we are trying to struck out legislation where him helped to implement. A Prime Minister we want to struck out legislation where would give him a free run of stealing from the public purse. On the one with elect him again, I saw little nothing of we. I saw fool and feel like Anvars or nothing. And all of we don't like Anvars, Trust me. Some are we done. No, all are we done like Anvars though. So we will work out things. It may take we a time. It might take us a time to work it out. But surely, just follow me. We'll get there. Just like how we work out what Cliff Hughes' anger is. Just like how we work out what Lady Jemima Bachelet anger is. It's coming up to a point where he was gonna have to pay the taxes owed, pay the rent owed, or go to prison for financial fraud. Been investigated for money laundering linked to the Prime Minister and Darrell Vaz. Are them something that a Cliff Hughes problem? Them something their labor writer Andrew Holness problem? If Mark Golden stick to the word, only pan waga prison. We can let out some of the young boy where Andrew put in there and make space for politicians. That is what our problem is. Why we are going to choose somebody who stand up and we neck for 9 years and he not decide to come off. He go lift up his foot, to breathe a little, choose him, and go back to the same thing again? Why don't mean no children any good labor rights? Why don't you all mean your children any good? Because anybody mean their children good, you vote for your children's future. What you don't vote for the destruction of your children. Because your children would never live in a plush house in England and go to university for $12,000 a year. And that the Prime Minister's son appears an international student in Britain. $12,000 a year in school fee. Yeah. And the Prime Minister and his son have a house in Oxfordshire, United Kingdom. Because the Prime Minister doesn't want his son to mix with the plebs. He has to have a mansion in Britain for himself or a penthouse in Britain for himself while he does his education in Britain for 12,000 UK pound per year. Well, you can't find bus fare to send your picking from one corner to the next. Me not discuss that other man there, no, Opal. I don't listen to jackasses, literally. Opal makes a reference to Delphi Davis. Yeah. I'm always of the view the two worst amongst us is politics and the church. A lot of people will disagree with me. But the church turned my stomach as well as the politicians does. The church even turned my stomach a bit more than what the politician does. Believe you me. So I really don't pay attention to those people who play with God in the interest of increasing their business organization, which is called the church. I really don't pay attention to them. You know, we all know from COVID that the entire church core in Jamaica sold out to the Prime Minister. They bended over and bowed down and clapped their hands and lick the Prime Minister boots, scratch the Prime Minister butt, and so I really wouldn't waste an ounce of my time on them. But then again, them control the people's mind. That is the problem, you see. Because this is why the Europeans gave God to us before they take the trade off us. Because they had to have something that controls the mind. And people like money grabbing Delphi Davis is no more than a thief, a robber, a conman, and a money launderer. What is sad is that Jamaica people recognize them as pastors, man of God, or some fucking nonsense that really push me up the wall. But I'm not one of them. The time gunman and police out here rob and extort, why not don't go hold up churches, gunman? Why not don't go hold up church and politician? Because I would support you in doing that. There's a lot to because the church robbed from the poor people. You know, we have a story in Jamaica said, thief and thief, God laugh. The pastor robbed from the people, so I don't see a problem if the bad man go rob from the pastor. Literally couldn't give two hoots. If bad man think to say them to walk in a church and stick up the vestry and ask them to hand over what you've collected today, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. They're just all thieves. You know, it's this thief lucky day. Just see it as that. It's this thief lucky day. But the church is a very dangerous tool. One of the most dangerous tools has ever been used against black people is the churches. Yes, I am mad. Yes, I am blasphemous. Yes, the church is the greatest weapon. The church and these criminal, pedophile, thieving, robbing, murdering, politically aligned pastors are the greatest weapon that has ever been formed against black people. And the minute we get rid of the churches and the Christian Bible, we will start holding thieving criminal politicians to account. Don't get me started on the church this morning, because I will take them to toss. Because this government, or all of them anyway, them use the church to manipulate we. All of them use the church to manipulate us. And that's why the only time you'll see me in church, if it's a christening, a wedding, or a funeral that I have to attend. No other reason. Don't need to go there. I can meet God anywhere God is. And if the pastor if a murderer and a thief and a conman like Delphi Davis can speak to God, what the don't cuss, Wayne, don't cuss. The people them say they pick them up on holiday. If a thief, a robber, and a murderer, a pedophile, and a conman can speak to God, what says me? Me and God in a malice. Uno people, what uno and God in a malice. We God have to communicate through a thieving, liar, wicked pastor. All the one wicked Tamara Blake, she will ball out. Lord God Almighty! She wicked, she it's a fashion show. It is a fashion show. It is a fashion show. It's not more about that. Church is a business. It's a business, it's a business, it's a business. And the faster black people stop, give them money to, oh, God Almighty, these pastors to enrich themselves, and no can buy sugar for no picnic. While these pastors become multimillionaires. Some of these Jamaican pastors need to be in Britain, because Britain afraid to send them a prison, you know. Britain afraid to send them a prison and deport them when Britain find them with the fraudulent activities against the people. I've seen Britain done it on many occasions. This country has taken down many of these corrupt pastors, many of them. Even when they them kick out one out of this country, kick him to Nigeria. This is why black people cannot have businesses. This is why black people cannot move up the economic or social mobility ladder. Black people, you see, like the Arabs and the Jews and the rest of their money is grouped up and that supports their generational wealth and economic development. All of our money gone to churches. These people pool their money together, these other cultures and ethnic origin, these people pool their money together and buy out whatever business where they cannot improve. This is why everybody will come America and Britain and Europe, pass up black people economic wise. Because every weekend we just there, show money, get church. And we do the same thing at Jamaica. This is why as black people, we can't develop, we can't buy, we can't control, not even in Jamaica, not even in these black colonies that we live. We don't control the economy. Oh, no, don't make a cuss this morning. Oh, pal, how will you start there? In these colonies that we live in, the Chinese, the Indian, and the Europeans still control our economy. We don't control the economy amongst us because we take a bit mama wara hit clout and get to church. I got done this morning because I'm worked up. Lord God Almighty! They're all hypocrites, my people. Sometimes I feel really sorry for my people. And this is the honest truth. If you can stand outside of the matrix and look at people within the matrix, it's just that you're looking at zombies. My TikTok battery is going very low. It's like you're just looking at zombies in a system just surviving but not living. When you look outside, when you stay outside and look inside of the matrix, some people can do that mentally. But when you overcome the nonsense of what you have been taught, you'll be able to do it. It's just bare zombies around you. And this is what we have become. Zombieized to society, zombieized to fashion, materialism, and all the other fuckeries. That's why we cannot grow economically. The church is a sword, a thorn in our side. Get rid of the churches if you want black people, black culture, and black country to move up social and economically. We have to get fucking rid of the churches. They're a burden amongst our survival. Thank you very much for being here this morning on Global TV. I don't want to go further into a meltdown, and I want to go finish my chicken foot because I need the vitamin B12 and the chicken foot. Because I know I'm not eat the rest of meat, then I'm going to eat chicken and all of that jazz. So, to get the little B12 vitamin, I have to eat chicken foot, fish, and all that. So, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. Please do join us right back here this evening for the People's Point of View, and we will continue to pull down a failed government who is moving into a national debate with who is unable to present the nation something to weigh in the balance. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make God what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. Give a show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. Give a show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.